Girls of Reddit, what is the common mistake that guys make when they try to flirt with you? Guys think it's appropriate to get uncomfortably close to you. You can be 2 to 4 feet away from me to flirt. You do not need to get 6 inches away from me. It's not a polite thing to do. Or when they box you in with their body language. My threat signals start going wild, and there's no amount of being cute/charming or whatever to make me not immediately try to leave. Men who think it's somehow flattering to compliment me and immediately degrade every other woman in the room. Last time it happened to me, the guy said it was so refreshing to see a girl play the game I was playing, rather than the trash that all other women play. Standing too close. Seriously, dude, take a step or 2 back. Cornering a girl in isn't going to make her like you, she's just going to be uncomfortable the whole time. Oh, and along with that, staring. It's not making me think you're interested, it's making me feel like a scientific experiment. Blink, Methodica. I have guys walk up to me and say, hey baby, you're my type, we should leave here and hang out some more. I honestly don't know what they hope to accomplish, but it definitely doesn't work. Yeah, seriously, they didn't even say if they had a Nintendo Wii or anything. All that fake cutesy stuff. Don't I get a hug? You're leaving without me? Also mixing in how beautiful or hot you are into every conversation despite knowing a girl for less than a week is weird. Stop it. Also, pickup lines are always cheesy, so if you say them, don't try to be overly serious about it. Any dexual comments? If I don't know you and we haven't been dating a while, keep the conversation decent, otherwise it's inappropriate and insulting when I don't have that type of relationship with you. That's the fastest way to make sure it'll never happen. Not handling rejection with grace. My last boyfriend actually asked me out a year before we got together, and I said no. He handled it so well that it actually made him more attractive. I just wasn't dating at the time, but his reaction kept the prospect open. Challenging me on my interests. I was at a bar back from a Slipknot concert, wearing a Slipknot t-shirt, and I still had the bands on my arm. A guy had the audacity to ask, do you even know that band you are wearing, in an obnoxious voice. When I said yes, he challenged me to name all their songs in the last CD. That I probably only wore that to get with rockers and we should head to his. I don't need to prove my interests. No one has to. Acting like you are superior to anyone is not attractive. Assuming that I should drop my academic responsibilities to go see them, instead of patiently waiting for another time. No, I'm not going to push off my SL project another night because you want to Netflix and chill. Go do your work and wait for another day. Do it in a dumb place. Some guy tried to flirt with me in the line for reception at my university and continued to keep trying to talk to me when I was speaking to the woman behind the desk like, mate, there's a time and a place. Name dropping that they own a sports car/boat/mansion/whatever to a Pyrrhic. I honestly don't give a poop what your annual income is and what tax bracket you belong to. If you can make me laugh, you can hold a conversation, and you treat me like a human being, oh, and attraction helps too, then you're halfway there. My best friend recently glowed up hard, like, became a model in the past 4 months. Not that she wasn't already pretty, but even I'm blown away. A guy from one of her second year classes commented on a photo with wow, great improvement. And then proceeded to try to carry a conversation with her while telling her her personality is like Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory because she's super awkward. He then asked her why she didn't want to talk to him. Don't do any of these things. If I'm at work, do not flirt with me, not just because it distracts me from my job, but because I have to smile and nod and play along, or risk losing my job for not providing a good enough customer experience. That barista who smiled at you and made small talk while handing you your frap? Not flirting with you, just wearing the customer service face and being genuinely pleasant. And if you made a gross pass at her and she laughed, chances are the moment you walked out she turned to her coworker and said, what a creep, I wish I could have told him off. As a customer you hold a lot more power in that interaction than you think, and we don't always feel comfortable saying no/being clear we're not interested, because if you're vindictive you could get us written up or fired. So this is a pretty specific example, but I was at a bar once, and this guy commented on my hair. I'm a ginger. He said he heard redheads were going extinct. I was like, yeah, I guess. So he says that we need to have babies to prevent that. Like, no, just no. Don't tell a stranger you want to have babies with them. For whatever reason, I've noticed that some guys think they can earn brownie points with me with weird things pertaining to my race. I remember one guy asked me if I was from Thailand, and then when I corrected him, he started talking about how all his friends at church are from same Asian county, and about how much he loves the food, the people, the girls, blah blah blah. Or I'll get the classic Asian girls are so pretty. Fellas, if you wanna do some persuasion with the Asian, try a different approach. It may be innocent to you, but all you'll do is make me laugh, which isn't too bad in my book. I really don't mind and think it's kind of cute, but some girls might not take it so well. Always trying to make a woman laugh. Just be yourself. If you're not that funny, cracking jokes will just make her feel awkward. But if you talk about something that really interests you, she might be intrigued. A sense of humor isn't so much just about being funny as it is about not taking yourself too seriously. Is there such thing as overcomplimenting? I went on a Tinder date with this guy, and he said he wanted to take me to a nice restaurant, and that I shouldn't worry cause he's paying. I said no, and that I'd prefer a low-key/cheap bar. Then he said how I'm not like other girls, and how I'm different. But I'm over there thinking that he's just showing off, and he's probably dated gold diggers or something. The ones that annoyed me the most back in the day were the guys who had internalized that they should show interest by asking questions, but all their follow-up questions about the topic were on the order of why did you do that? Why didn't you do X? What for? Etc. A stream of those made it sound like they were challenging me, and I felt like I was being asked to justify everything I'd said or done about whatever it was. It was bad enough that I didn't realize I was being flirted with at times. Not that I'm all that great at small talk. My husband and I both have more or less the same level of social anxiety, and we both tend to have conversations by saying something about ourselves, then pausing and hoping the other party will leap in with something about themselves. Probably why we get along so well. Also, it only happened once, but a guy in a bookstore tried to flirt with me because OMG, a woman reading manga, but he spent the entire time also trying to dig his pants out of his butt. I'm going to make an itemized list. 1. Coming on like a creep. Not even trying to learn your name or about you. Just can I have your number? The moment you give it to them, you've basically signed up for a barrage of first texts. 2. Only flirting or getting sappy. I want to know a guy first, before I date them. Tell me about your life, your interests, your whatever. I think a lot of guys think that they'll bore you or something, but I don't think that's ever been the case with me. Plus it's a great sign that they want to commit, rather than just sleep with you. 3. PP pictures. If they aren't asked for, they aren't wanted. 4. Credit to another commenter for bringing this up. Constantly self-deprecating. Once in a while it's funny and cool to joke about yourself. It shows you don't take yourself too seriously. More than that, and you start looking like an unresolved bag of insecurities and emotional issues. One of the worst things you can say is I don't have any friends. That leaves us with two options. A. He's lying, or C. He isn't. Either way it's bad. 5. Taking rejection badly. The girl you rejected sees that, other girls see that, and know they don't want to tap that. People often try to be as nice as possible when they reject you. They don't want to hurt your feelings. They are just not interested in that sort of relationship. Nothing personal. So don't, I repeat don't, act like it is. Not reading my body language or paying attention to setting. If I'm speed walking and staring at the ground, that means I don't want to be bothered by others. Also, don't start flirting with me when I'm trapped and isolated. I point the elevator, bus by ourselves, etc. It can be kinda scary and puts me in an awkward position of having to bail early and risk not getting to where I need in a timely manner. As an important and hopefully obvious hint, never try flirting from within your car when I'm on foot. It's just incredibly unnerving, and the few times I was stalked was by a man following me in a car. I came here to find a list of stuff not to do, expecting some low-key tips, but holy is there some terrible behavior out there. I'm too unsure of myself to do any of those top comments, and that probably has a lot to do with why I'm not flirting with girls. Context is important. If you're a 50-year-old security guard at the airport, do you really think telling me you saw me at some random club one night is going to change the fact that I'm leaving the country? I'm 30 years younger than you, and I don't live in your country, haha.